Okay, so the primary season is wrapping up, and it looks like Mitt Romney is going to win this. He's far ahead of the other three candidates in terms of delegates. He's already wrapped up a number of primaries just recently, and it looks like Romney will be the clear nominee. So this is going to be a Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama election. And that's why I want to talk about a lot of the dynamics in that and the effect it's going to have on the overall movement in America. Just the choices. First of all, I'll say this: neither Barack Obama nor Mitt Romney are libertarian. Uh, in both ways, in some way or another, they both kind of represent uh, a sort of larger, more invasive government, but in a different way. Um, I'll talk a lot about many of the bad policy positions that they both take. Um, Mitt Romney and Barack Obama both support the Patriot Act. They both are in favor of a very interventionist foreign policy. Uh, Mitt Romney will continue a lot of the overseas wars. Barack Obama has expanded the number of wars. He did pull the forces out of Iraq. Um, I give him credit for that, but I haven't seen any indication that Mitt Romney will want to put troops back in Iraq. So, uh, in a Romney versus Obama sense, I don't know if there'll be any advantage with going with Obama versus Mitt Romney on the Iraq issue. They both support continuing the war in Afghanistan. As far as I know, they both supported the operation in Libya, um, and I think they both. I haven't seen any indication lately that Romney might support direct intervention in Syria. He might have come out in favor of that. I don't know. I know that Romney and Obama both support the sanctions that are on Syria, the sanctions that are on Iran, and for the most part, they both believe in a two-state solution. As far as I can tell, I don't know. I guess Romney might be slightly more pro-Israel than Obama is, but I'm not sure. They both are pretty much supportive of Israel. Um, so on foreign policy, I would say that Romney and Obama are probably very identical. They have very identical foreign policy stances. On domestic policy, Romney and Obama both oppose legalizing or decriminalizing marijuana. Um, Obama's Justice Department has just been doing a massive crackdown on medical marijuana dispensaries across California, and I think they've raided Oaksterdam University recently. So neither Obama or Romney, because Romney is fiercely against it. There's that famous video of Romney talking to the um, medical marijuana patient, and so right, Romney doesn't support legalizing it, and Obama doesn't support legalizing it. So if that's an issue you care about, you're not going to get anything from either Romney or Obama. I would say that on economic issues, Romney is slightly more pro free markets, slightly. That's a big slightly because he still he supported the TARP bailouts back when they happened, but he does support a more trimmer federal government. He supports reducing the size of the federal workforce, partly through as they retire. He just won't rehire. Like he's not going to lay off a bunch of federal workers. He plans on kind of slowly, gradually reducing the size of the federal workforce as government workers retire. He won't refill that position, and which is a good idea. And Romney generally supports a lower tax rate. He he supports keeping the Bush tax cuts permanent. Obama doesn't. Obama would like to raise the tax rate on those making more than $250,000 a year from the current 35% rate back up to the pre-Bush tax cut level of 39.5%. And so, if Obama had his way, that's what would happen. Those making an income above $250,000 a year would have their tax rates raised from 35% to 39.5%. And Romney doesn't support doing that. So I would say that from an economic libertarian angle, Romney would be slightly better than Obama, because Romney also is in favor of doing away with the capital gains tax for those who make, I don't know what his amount is, but it's under a certain amount. And he generally supports looser regulation of business. So Romney is a bit more pro-free market, pro-capitalist than Barack Obama is. So if economic freedom is what you value, Romney is the better choice. On civil liberties issues, they're both pretty much the same. Like I said before, Barack Obama and Mitt Romney both support the Patriot Act. They both supported the National Defensive Authorization Act. Obama signed that into law. They both support every sort of executive expansion of power. Obama has supported and Romney would likely support. So don't expect anything from either of them on the civil liberties front. On the kind of social issues, I guess Obama is slightly more favorable of gay rights than Mitt Romney is, because Romney, from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but Romney did not support repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Obama did, but he did drag his feet a lot on that. He waited for Congress, because he could have done it himself. He could have gotten rid of Don't Ask, Don't Tell by himself through an executive order, but he waited for Congress to pass the law. And so, but in the end, Obama did support repealing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Romney didn't, though I don't see any indication that if Romney gets elected president, he's going to try to reimpose Don't Ask, Don't Tell. I haven't seen any. He might, I don't know, but that would be very difficult, and I don't think Romney, he strikes me as a pragmatist. I don't think he would have any interest in reigniting that fight. I think it's pretty much settled that Don't Ask, Don't Tell is gone, and it's not coming back. So I think at this point, if you're choosing between Romney and Obama, that's a settled issue. Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Neither Obama nor Romney support legalizing gay marriage, but Obama has been more open to it through the fact that his Justice Department is no longer putting resources towards defending the Defense of Marriage Act law. But as far as I know, officially, neither of them support gay marriage. And then on women's rights, Obama is pro-choice and Romney is pro-life. There's a clear-cut difference between Democrats and Republicans on that issue. Even though Romney was at one point pro-choice back when he was the governor of Massachusetts, but now he's pro-life. And then the Supreme Court. I got to talk about the Supreme Court because this is the big thing that presidents have a major effect on that lasts long beyond their presidency. If Obama gets reelected, you're likely to see more justices in the ideological mold of his two most recent appointments, Sonia Sotomayor and Elena Kagan, and which is the same mold as Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Stephen Breyer, the other two liberals on the court, and that is the liberal interpretation of the Constitution, which I tend to disagree with a lot because they're not just relying. A lot of times, this is hard to explain. in just a quick 11-minute video going into detail on the difference between liberal and conservative judicial philosophy. But I'll just say this: if Romney gets elected, Romney has said that he would appoint justices in the mold of Scalia and Clarence Thomas and Sam Alito and John Roberts. So if Obama gets elected, you're going to see more Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Elena Kagan, Sonia Sotomayor, and Stephen Breyers. You'll see a justice like that. And if Romney gets elected, you'll probably see a judicial nominee kind of like Scalia or John Roberts or Clarence Thomas. So that's the choice that you need to make when it comes to judicial picks. And then in just style and substance, because I've gone through a lot of the issues differences, I would say Obama and Mitt Romney are both have sort of an intellectual style. They both strike me as very technocratic, um, managerial style, not really emotional, but more. I mean, you got to judge. Romney has managed his campaign pretty well and pretty efficiently, and you got to judge. One of the best ways to judge how someone would manage a government or an executive office is you judge it by the way they manage their campaign, because that's the very first thing. If you're a candidate for elected office, the very first thing that you are putting together is an election campaign, a team. You got to hire people to fill all the staff positions on your campaign, including and you look at the campaign managers. Obama's campaign manager is going to be David Axelrod. I should have looked this up already, but I haven't looked up who Mitt Romney's campaign manager is, and the people that are advised, and usually when someone gets elected into office, they bring the people on their campaign into the office with them. Uh, so they always bring the people that are surrounding them. So you got to look at who does Mitt Romney have advising him? Who are the top people in the Romney campaign, and who are the top people in the Obama campaign? Who their inner circle is, and make judgments on that, because that's largely the people who will be running the country if that person gets elected. But that's my opinion on Romney versus Obama. I guess because of for economic issues and because of the judiciary, I will probably lean more towards Mitt Romney in this election. But I do think Romney has a lot of flaws, and I think both of them have a lot of flaws. But you should decide on your own, and you should give me your opinion, because I'm always open to hearing alternative arguments, and that's why I make videos like this.